He is their playmaker. That is actually Fabian Baez, and we are underway in Champaign. So for Western Illinois, this is a program that is used to excellent offense, Phil. They lost their quarterback from last year, their top rusher, and also their top 2 receivers. But Joe Davis is still calling the plays, and he believes in what he's doing.
Yeah, he believes in what he does. And, you know, I believe in it too, Paul, because everywhere he has been, he has had an outstanding offense, and the quarterback has always played well. And he said, I asked him a lot of questions in our meeting, and I said, do you think you can get away from these defensive backs of Illinois? He goes, yep, we are going to get open against this team. So we'll see.
He said the only question is, can they protect Chris Irvin, 5th-year senior quarterback under center? They try the ground game. Nothing going up the middle against this Illinois defense, but a nice strong push there to get out to the 30-yard line. So Chris Irvin is the starting quarterback for the Leathernecks. His quarterback journey hits a major moment here tonight. From Washington State for a couple of years to Ventura College, here to Western Illinois, and Phil making his first start tonight.
Yep, as everything, all his teammates, the coaches say, just a good dude, very accurate throwing the football.
2nd down 5, play action, Irvin's first pass, quick screen, a little lane here, and Western Illinois starts out with a first down just across the 40-yard line.
Caught him in a blitz, Paul. The Illini, as Joe Davis says, they don't blitz a lot, but when they do, it's usually just 5 rushers, and they had the perfect play on man-to-man coverage against the receivers. They throw a screen outside and helps the confidence. I know it's early, but every good play you make for Western Illinois is going to bring up your confidence.
Chris Irvin was here at Western Illinois last year, Phil. Was the backup, barely missed out on starting. Found his way to play in 7 games, and now this season is his. Throw again over the middle, dropped at the midfield stripe there. And Eric Johnson had a shot at that one, but couldn't bring it in. Illinois' defense, they get more experienced as you move back. A lot of new up front. Some veterans in the middle. All 5 starters back in the back end. For defensive coordinator Aaron Henry, who's in his 3rd season as the coordinator here.
That was a nice throw on that slant pattern Chris Irvin had right on target. Again, had man-to-man coverage, so there was a chance of a catch and run, but the pass, of course, was dropped.
Irvin back to work, swings it out, quick hitter. Another nice pickup here for the Leathernecks. That's Christian Anaya with his first touch tonight, and he gets 10.
Well, your point you made was really good. Get rid of the football as quick as you can, and so far Chris Irvin has done that.
Said he only expects Illinois to rush usually 4 or 5 here today. Doesn't expect a lot of blitzing, Phil.
Well, I would say already, Paul, that I'm just watching this defense. I've seen about 3 blitzes. It's 1 extra guy. And you can tell by the formation they line up in, this is the look of 5 blitzers or 5 rushers coming again.
3rd down, less than a yard. Holman up the middle. Initial resistance, but he got there. Western now inside in Illinois territory. New set of downs.
Last season with an ACL.
Yeah, many things to talk about when you talk about Western Illinois' offense. And one thing Joe Davis says, we are going to control the tempo of the game. That sounds great. That's what you want to do. But can you do it against a team which I think we all can say is physically better than you?
Time out on the field. We take a look at what Western Illinois did on offense last year, Phil. And they only won 4 games, but the offense wasn't the issue. They were either the best or one of the best in the Ohio Valley last year.
Yes, defense was the big issue. They finished last in just about every category in their conference on defense. Offense, it was all up there. And I had a kick listening to you as you were talking to Joe Davis, because you're sitting there going, man, I'd love to play quarterback in college as him as the coach. Because as you already see, he is quarterback friendly, and he has set records as an assistant coach at Fordham, at Albany, where his quarterbacks just put up incredible numbers against the competition.
Injured defender for Illinois, Tomiwa Durojaye. 4th school in 4 years. Kentucky to West Virginia to Florida State, here to Illinois. So this has started out very well for Western Illinois. 1st and 10 now on the Illinois 48. Holman remains the tailback. They tried this a couple of times. They like what they have. Short gain out of bounds. Damari Davis, his first touch, picks up 3. He's the one they would like to touch the ball a lot. They call him their fastest, most explosive player.
Yeah, they do a good job. There's many ways to get receivers into the game, and they've already done that in Western Illinois. Short passes, get everybody, get over the nerves, and get confidence too. As you know, your next quarterback, there's nothing like hitting 3 or 4 of your first passes in the game. You go and think, man, this is going to be great. Gives you confidence and you play better.
See 2 of the hallmarks for Western so far, Phil. They want to go fast, and we've seen the tempo, and they want to throw a lot. Pullman up the middle this time. It's a little across the 45. It'll set up 3rd down and 6. So brand new at the FCS level, this is the first season that they have helmet communication from the sideline to the quarterback. And the one doing that communication on the Western sideline is the head coach, Joe Davis. Said he's just figured it out. Not sure how many times he'll offer tips after he throws the play out there. Said maybe 1 or 2.
It's a blitz.
They do bring 5. Irvin back foot, incomplete. So decision time right away for Joe Davis. Nice coverage by Xavier Scott, all Big Ten cornerback.
Yeah, it was a blitz. The outside defense, they overpowered the tackle, their left tackle, and that was a great job by Brown, and that caused the incompletion.
So we see the offense staying out here, Phil.
Yeah, Irvin didn't have enough space to throw the football, came up short. Otherwise, it could have been a completion. Paul, I do not like this decision. I would punt it because I want to see the Illinois offense go a long way and not be near midfield if they get the ball after this play.
In the daring move right away, 4th down and 6. They bring 5 again. Irvin completes, short of the first down. Flag does come in just as the completion was made. Only a completion of 3 yards to Alex Williams. And we'll check in on the flag. Mac Crew here tonight. The referee is Andrew Special.
Pass interference. Offense, number 8. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a first down for Illinois.
Couple of first downs for Western Illinois right away, and the drive stalls as they fail on 4th down and 6. The experienced, talented Illinois offense led by Luke Altmaier on the field after they made this play on 4th and 6. Thursday night, the NFL season kicks off with a historic rivalry as the Eagles host the Cowboys. NFL kickoff presented by YouTube TV Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Our entire team will be down there in Philadelphia. That includes former Western Illinois Leatherneck Rodney Harrison, All-American at Western Illinois. Had 27 tackles in one game, Phil. 27 tackles here one time.
You know, Paul, that doesn't surprise me.
All right, Illinois offense for the first time after they stopped Western on 4th down and 6. Luke Altmaier starting for the 24th time in his career. Aiden Lawfrey wrapped up in the backfield. Penetration from the Leathernecks right away. Lawfrey did get 2. Offensive lineup for the Fighting Illini. Starting quarterback returns, but the focus is up front where the entire offensive line returns. One note, expected right guard Brandon Henderson is not starting tonight. Word is he's fine, but will not play this evening. Brandon Hanson fills in his place. 2nd down 8 for Illinois. First pass. First completion. Lawfrey out of the backfield. Short completion brings up 3rd down and 4. Luke Altmaier last year, Phil, established himself as a really good Big Ten quarterback. Now he tries to take the next step.
Yeah, he makes all the right decisions. I watched quite a few games of his, and he has a sneaky good arm, can throw the ball with power. He even told us, gain 15 pounds, stronger, and when he needs to, he can really rear back and let it go. And there are some opportunities. I can already see him. They're going to throw one deep here within the next few plays.
Need 4 right here. Quickly out of his hands. And there's their first down. Hank Beatty, one of the veteran wide receivers, has him inside of Western territory. James move.
Hank Beatty, a lot of talk about him playing the slot receiver inside. This is not an easy throw. I mean, look how far across the field he has to make it. But get the secondary moving back just a little. And a good throw by Luke Altmaier.
Beatty, top returning receiver, coming back from last year's team. 1st and 10, another quick throw. This time to the left side, and once again it's Beatty. Nifty moves, has him near another first down. So wide receiver, a big-time question on this offense, Phil. They lost Pat Bryant to the draft to the Broncos. He was such a major playmaker. The second best receiver, Zachary Franklin, also gone. So this is a question mark for the Illini.
Yeah, I heard that quite a bit and everything. But then when you just look at the guys, you read about them, some of what they brought in, the transfer portal, but also just talking to Joe Looney about the wide receivers. Very confident, got a group. He's got the speed guy, possession guy. So I think they're in good shape, Paul.
Third straight pass for Altmaier. Well protected, end zone. Contact, 2 flags. Justin Bowick, the intended receiver.
Well, I saw the play, the scene going up. Yeah, I see there's a little grab. Didn't have to do it. The ball was not going to be caught.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 0. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Esteban Guillory guilty of that call.
But, Paul, if you're going to play these wide receivers, you talked about, if you're going to play them one-on-one, then Luke Altmaier is going to throw the football down the field a lot.
He was excited to get out here and let it rip. That's 3 straight passes. And the penalty, 2 tight ends in the game now. Sets him up 1st and 10 inside the 15. Aiden Lofgren really took off at the end of last year. Strong finish there, has him down to the 7. On the sidelines, calling the plays for Illinois. So they're already without Brandon Henderson, the right guard, tonight. This is their most experienced offensive lineman. Melvin Priestley, the left tackle. Pardon me, the right tackle.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Oh, couldn't tell. I didn't see him get stepped on, but I don't want to guess at what it is. Well, just watching that right there, too, just this offensive line, you would think the starter's back, really high expectations from them.
Saw Barry Lunny, the offensive coordinator, on the sideline. Also the play caller. So right tackle Melvin Priestley now goes back all the way down again, making his 29th start here for this experienced offensive line. So the offensive line, they believe they're going to win because of the offensive line here this season. Look at all that experience up there, but already Brandon Henderson, he did not start tonight, and now Melvin Priestley just stood up, but he needs some help to get off the field. From not too far down the road in St. Louis, started his career at Grambling. And coming in to fill in for him at right tackle is Desmond Schuster, 6'5", 335 senior.
Well, you talk about their experience as an offensive line. The offensive line, that when they have the starters in there, has more starts than any offensive line in all of college football except for one team, and that is Virginia.
There's Barry Lunny, 4th year as the offensive coordinator here for Bet Bielema. Longest tenured OC in the Big Ten. Altmaier on the move. He could keep it and gets down to the 5-yard line. Outside linebacker Kevin Washington made that play after a gain of 2.
Yeah, really good job. This is a play that's run all the time in the NFL. The little fake, and then the quarterback rolls out, and the defense all stayed with the receivers in the end zone. Nowhere for him to throw the football, and he has to just run it out. But good job by this Western Illinois defense that time.
Illinois going with one of their big backs now, Caden Fagan, 6'3", 255. He wears number 3. He's the 1A to Aiden Lawford.
Well, they got a little bit of everything at running back. Big, small, fast.
Need less than a yard here. There's Fagan. It looks like he did get just enough to set up first down and goal. We also expect to see Khalil Valentine in the backfield for Illinois. Illinois knocking on the door now after the defense came up with a stop on 4th and 6 to get them on the field for the first time.
You know, Paul, I think when Caden Fagan comes in the game, it's a little bit of a tale. Like, we might be running it right up behind everybody. What do you think?
Might want him to slam it up in there.
Oh, man, I mean, that's what I like. They got 3 running backs, and they all are good at different things, so they're covered no matter what the situation is.
Fagan remains the tailback. Fake to him. Altmaier. End zone. Touchdown, Illinois. Tucson captain Tanner Arkin with the first score. Boy, they made that look easy, Phil.
Yeah, they did. Like we talked about, got a veteran quarterback who had great success last year and really primed to have a good year here. Well, the tight end came from the left side. He delayed just a little bit and then ran across. Watch. Well, he didn't even really delay. Good play, good thought. And a good first drive by Luke Altmaier.
David Olano right down the middle. Offensive line made it pretty comfortable in that pocket right there. Right down the field they go, and Altmaier finds his veteran tight end Tanner Arkin for the first Illinois touchdown of the season.
John Fanta checking in with the game break. One other Big Ten team in action. Let's go to East Lansing. It is a year 2 connection, one that they're very hopeful for. Aiden Childs to Nick Marsh, who's coming off his record-setting freshman season. For now, we send it back to Champaign to Paul and Phil.
Hey, John, thank you very much. They have high hopes for Aiden Childs. He was promising at times last year, and he's the man there in East Lansing.
It looked like it there, that's for sure. You know, as I watch these games, I saw that highlight. You know what I think of? Man, they got great-looking uniforms. I mean, did you have great-looking uniforms when you were playing?
Black and gold looked pretty good there in Iowa
Did
State.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all had a lot of money, so you could get good uniforms.
Maybe not the case at Morehead State?
No, we didn't even have decals on the helmet.
Everybody knew who Phil Simms was, though.
I don't know about that either, but.
All right, touchback here coming up for Western Illinois. Their head coach and play caller is Joe Davis, and he just made a decision to go for it on 4th and 6 that kind of backfired.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with it. We said it, and you just gave a short field to a team that, you know, you're trying to find a way to match up with them. Well, one way is to make them go 80, 90 yards instead of, what was the drive, 40, 44?
59 yards.
59. Well, it's longer than I thought, but yeah, I just didn't like that. You're the underdog. Make them work for what the points that they want.
Being true to the way he talks to us during the week, though, he's confident in his system, believes it'll work.
Yeah, no, I understand, and I have great faith. I mean, I love what he does, but it's a different set of players on the other side of this game.
Irvin from the backside. Akis got to him. Illinois pounces on it. Gabe Akis, the preseason All-American, makes the play.
Recovered by the defense. First down.
Gabe Akis, yes. Reading about him, watching practice. Really close.
Well, they'll take a look at that for sure.
This is why somewhere in this game, I talked to you, Paul, about this before. Boy, his hand is going forward. He's still got a good grip on the football.
Let's bring in Terry McCauley. He is our rules analyst. Terry, good to have you with us. What do you see there?
Well, Phil just said what I was going to say. He's got clear control with his hand, ball moving forward. This is an incomplete pass.
Is under further review.
Yeah, a lot of times, Terry, we can go back and forth and really see either side, but that looks like an incompleted pass.
Yeah, it did. It did. So, this big Chris Irvin, you know. Yeah, Gabe Akis, you can see in this play. Here he comes. Just watch the speed, which he can get to the quarterback. He is their premier rusher, no doubt. And there's just one thing, and I think about all this, just the teams, how they match up. Sooner or later, you got to put a tight end on his side every time, or you got to keep a back end to block one of the free guys like him.
Yeah.
You know, to give the quarterback more time, you don't need to get everybody out because it looks like they're going to play a lot of man-to-man. So if you send 2 people out, that's fine.
We talked to their coaches during the week, and they said, we'll have eyes on Akis. We'll have a plan for him.
Held. Be first down, Illinois.
Wow.
Okay, we stand corrected.
Well,
Terry, your thoughts there on that call?
Paul, that's just an absolutely incorrect replay ruling. You can clearly see the hand move forward as he starts to throw the football. This is absolutely an incomplete pass and a really big mistake by replay.
Chris Urban's arm was going forward there. It was ruled a fumble on the field, and they upheld. So Gabe Akis, the preseason All-American, makes his first play. Illinois in business. Luke Altmyer got off to a great start. He's 4 out of 4. Gaten Fagan, the tailback. Right up the middle. Nice hole to get him inside the 20-yard line. Picks up 7.
You know, too, just that play and everything that's gone on so far for Western Illinois, it kind of takes some energy out of you. Like, hey, we're moving the ball. The opening drive, this feels good. We can hang in there. And here we are 15 minutes later. We're in trouble.
And had those early 2 first downs. They were inside Illinois territory. Didn't get it on 4th and 6. Illinois scored a touchdown. And now they have it just inside the 20.
Boy, a lot of shifting by the Illinois offense. I love it. Make the defense think.
They keep 2 tight ends in there quite a bit. Blitz coming for Western. Quick toss, another completion. Good cutback by Alex Kapka-Jones. 1st and goal inside the 10. Thinking about the Illinois offensive line, Zora, what do you have?
Well, Melvin Priestley, we all saw him be helped off the field. He couldn't put much weight on that left leg. He was evaluated by team trainers and immediately came out of the tent, went to the unit, and was harping about communication. He said, you guys got to talk to me.
And now, Zora, we have an injured player for Western Illinois. Inside of 6 minutes left in the first quarter in Champaign. Illinois enjoying a 7-0 lead. Sunday, the Premier League is live on USA with a heavyweight matchup. Last year's top 2 clubs go head-to-head. Mo Salah and Liverpool host Arsenal. Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern on USA. From the pitch to the field, Illinois off to a good start. First time they touched the ball. Touchdown pass from Altmyer to his tight end, Tanner Arkin. And now he's got him on the 9-yard line, thinking about the next score. How about a 5-for-5 start, Phil?
Not bad. Boy, there's nothing like getting off to that kind of start as a quarterback. Paul, you know, you just go, man, I'm hot. I feel good. It's coming out of my hand nice. It's accurate. And, you know, Luke had the same thoughts. We heard him in 2023. He goes, I was terrible. Then the game slowed down, and I started improving and getting confidence. And, of course, right now he's playing with great confidence.
So Justin Richardson, the injured corner, just before the break on the sideline now for Western Illinois. The big back, Caden Fagan, behind Altmyer. They're going to move him on back 5 yards.
False start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And that's the fill-in for Brandon Henderson, the normal starting right guard. Brandon Hansen guilty of the flag. And there is Brett Bielema's 17th season as a college head coach, from Wisconsin to Arkansas, now season number 5 in his home state. They made the challenge a little bit harder here, minus 5 yards. Here comes a blitz. Fagan, right side. Positive pickup there down near the 5-yard line.
It was a blitz by the Western Illinois defense, and they had the right play. Really good run by Fagan. It's supposed to go inside. He sees it's not there. Watch him. It's supposed to go in here, and he breaks it out.
Big guy can get outside the tackles every now and then.
Yeah.
Luke Altmyer telling us yesterday that the versatility and the range of the body types in the backs are one of the many strengths here for the Fighting Illini. second down goal. Operating under center. Fagan. Western Illinois, nice job. A strong finish, but they stood him up there. Keyshawn Harrington McKinney, defensive tackle.
Well, they just lined up and said, we're going to run the ball here. I mean, that was evident with, I think there were 3 tight ends in there that time. So you got your big running back in there, so you're on defense. You play run all the way. Pretty good job by the defense stopping him just for a couple yards.
Right about the same spot. Last time they had the ball, they leaned on a play action. Tight end dragging called by Barry Lunny, offensive coordinator. A couple of tight ends in the game once again on 3rd and goal. Fake it to Fagan. Another touchdown pass for Luke Altmyer. This time, Justin Bowen. His first catch for the Fighting Illini.
Really good. This is a common play you see, and you need somebody that can really make this decision. Watch Bowen. Inside, plant the foot, come back out. The defensive back falls down, and that was a really good design, perfectly timed play call, and executed well by the players.
2 things those touchdown passes had in common, Phil, and that's Luke Altmyer just patting the ball comfortably in the pocket. Extra point is true. 2 drives for Illinois, both ending with Luke Altmyer touchdown passes. Defense to offense. Gabe Akis got it going with that play right there. And Altmyer finished it off to the Ball State transfer, Justin Bowen. Illinois defensive coordinator Aaron Henry has to feel good about this start. 2 touchdowns for the Illinois offense set up first, Phil, by his defense stopping them on 4th and 6, then creating a fumble deep inside their own territory.
Yeah, that was a gift, the fumble, but they still got there. And what he's doing, I see in the game, he's really mixing it up. A lot of different defensive fronts, moving people around. That makes it tough on Western Illinois. And Aaron, let me just tell you, this is the greatest hugger I've ever been around right here. I mean, give me another hug. All right. We did the meeting with him last night. And what energy, Paul.
You got the first one. He was most excited to see the GOAT, as he said with a smile. Big Ten Football Night is brought to you by Ford Blue Cruise, hands-free highway driving. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Little history there, the 10-win teams. Good look at Jeff George there for the Fighting Illini. Impressive fall campaigns, yes, but they've had a hard time coming back after those 10-win seasons and living up to the expectations. And that's part of the story here heading into September.
Well, everybody agrees with this, Paul, that we've talked to. Would you be happy with the 10-3 season this year?
I don't think
the players, the coaches, fans, media? No, we would not be happy.
Delayed draw for Western Illinois. Not much there. Thrown for a loss is Markel Homer. Now, thinking about Aaron Henry, brought up to him yesterday when he was done with all the hugs. I said, got to feel great about your defensive back, your best groups you have in the field. He said, actually, I think that's my D-line.
I know we had so many of those conversations this week. Hey, don't you love this group of players? Yeah, but they're not the best.
It was interesting because the D-line is the one group that has a lot of starters to replace.
Yeah, and it's what they at least have. They have edge rushers that can affect the passing game, which to win a lot of games, you need help there.
Chris Irvin got off to a nice start, sets up a screen, almost intercepted. Illini all over that one. 2-time captain Dylan Rosiak almost had a pick.
Well, what you see right now as you're watching this game, it started out pretty well for Western Illinois, and now, oh yeah, it was tipped. And now it's just on both sides in the last couple drives, getting overpowered big time.
Yeah, that plan for Gabe Akis not working so far. Caused a fumble on the last drive to end it, and he tipped that one right there. See what Aaron Henry comes up now. 3rd down and 13. Illinois has one too many on the field. They just get him off. Illini bring 4. Slip screen. Not much there. Illinois defense getting better as this first quarter gets longer.
Yeah, it is. They're really getting into the game, and just like that play there. They complete the pass, but what you have to look out for now, the defensive linemen are stopping the pass rush, and they're flying down the field looking to make a tackle. So Western Illinois is going to have to come up with a few little tricks or whatever to move the football, to get some third downs. Hard to do any of this stuff, of course, when you're getting overpowered.
Luke Droga-Mueller back to punt. Hank Beatty to receive. Best punt returner in the Big Ten last year. Low line drive. He's got a chance here. Average 14 a year ago. Doesn't get that much. He'll set up there to start on the 36. So Luke Altmyer, fifth-year senior quarterback, hasn't missed yet. Take a look back to what he did last year heading into this one. You want your veteran quarterback to take care of the ball and be clutch in the big moments? All right, check. Avoided interceptions as well as any quarterback in the Big Ten a year ago. Came through in tight games late, and they needed that. They won 5 out of 6 one-score games. Touchdown passes in the fourth quarter or overtime, better than every quarterback in college football. Did it 3 times. No one else had that many. All right, Luke is going to have to wait to get this third drive started because they're going to repunt this one.
I'm still thinking about that last play we saw from Luke Altmyer. He threw the ball almost underhanded out there.
He did tell us he likes to throw it from all those different angles.
Well, he does it. All quarterbacks do now, but that was even Patrick Mahomes would have been impressed with that last one.
All right, so Droga-Mueller will get another chance. That means the top returner in the Big Ten last year will also get another shot at that. Hank Beatty. Okay, so it was a legal procedure. That's why they're punting this one again. If you're just joining us, Brett Bielema's group getting off to a good start. Both sides of the ball. They've created 1 turnover. They have a 4th down stop, and Luke Altmyer has 2 touchdown passes. Joe Davis waiting for that offense that he believes in so much to get going here tonight. End over end punt. Beatty will just let that one drop, and this will be a nice start for the Illini out near midfield. So Luke Altmyer, Phil, we just showed all the great things he did last year, but as we met with him yesterday, he said to us, okay, yeah, last year was good. The year before was painful.
Oh, I know. He was, like we talked about it earlier, he was too honest. He goes, I was terrible. And you know what was his words? All it was tears and
a lot of tears. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But
he said he needed that to get to where he was last year.
Well, you know, as a quarterback, you know, and he's finding it out. All of them find it out. No matter how good you are, there's just going to be tough times. And especially when you're young and really now the starting quarterback, it takes experience to really get into what you want to be. And man, he's like he said, that last year the game slowed down. That's why he played so much better.
Tries the ground game. Khalil Valentine for the first time. Well, they are excited about what the sophomore can do out of Phoenix. It was hard to get carries last year, Phil, but they're going to find a way this time.
Well, he's another one. He's the quick guy that can move around inside, take it outside. Khalil Valentine, 5'11", 190. Nice little cut there. Waits for the hole. Another lot of wiggle. They got, like I said, 3 running backs, and they all are good at different parts of the game.
Just like that, another first down. Altmyer hasn't missed yet. Look at that pocket. Downfield. Almost a touchdown to Justin Bowick. He already has 1, close to 2.
Great design play. They had a receiver coming across the field on a deep crosser. Looks like he might be open, but no, the corner falls off. So watch what happens. Well, we're not going to be able to see it here. He gets by because they're all chasing the deep crosser.
Altmyer disappointed. He feels like he missed that one.
Well, he did the right thing. He threw it high and soft and just misjudged how far to lead the receiver.
2nd and 10. Delayed draw. Valentine tries the outside. Good choice out near another first down, about 3 yards short. Washington, the middle linebacker, with a stop. You know, thinking about Altmyer and the fact that he struggled 2 years ago, Phil, he was so honest with us. He said, I was playing not to make mistakes.
Terrible way to play. Right? It really is. It's you know, and I know. And, you know, sooner or later, if he's playing like that, And the coach is going to understand it. They got to tell him, come on, be more aggressive with your decision making and your throws.
They're down in 3, change tailbacks. Lawfrey back in. Right up the middle, stood up. Not even close. Well done, Leathernecks. Again, it's Kevin Washington. And now it's decision time for Barry Lunney. I don't see any movement on the Illinois sideline for the special teams.
No, watch the man in the middle here. Great job of reading it. Open hole, that's where you go to as a linebacker when you're playing there. It makes the tackle. And I would agree, of course, I agree with this decision by the University of Illinois. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
They'll have even more time to think about it here. First quarter in the books. Complimentary football for the home team here in the first game of the season. Defense coming through and the offense making it look easy. Luke Altmaier, a couple of touchdown passes. We head to the second quarter. 12th ranked team up 14-0. Gorgeous evening here in Champaign to kick off what they expect to be an excellent season. Head to the second quarter, Illinois up 14-0. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Paul Burmeister, Phil Simms, Zora Stevenson with us on the field. Hey, Western got off to a great start. They were moving the ball inside of Illinois territory. It's been all Illinois since that drive ended.
Yeah, it has. And, you know, listen, Illinois is the better team. But Western Illinois, they had a chance to get a little momentum and kind of stretch the game out. That's what you want. It didn't work. They're not doing well on 3rd down. They can't get Illinois off on 3rd downs off their offense. So it's been tough, but now you got a chance to regroup. Yep. Second quarter coming around, talk to the guys and the coaches. Just go ahead and take a lot of chances if you have to.
You say they can't get them off the field on 3rd down. Well, Phil, now they're going to have a chance to get them off the field on 4th down. Return the favor a little bit. The fans like what they saw on 4th and 6th earlier when the Illinois defense turned them over on downs. And let's see if Illinois still plans to go for this. Yep, the offense comes back out. 4th down and 3. They've had the ball twice. Both ended with touchdowns.
Well, you go for it on 4th and 3 here because of who you're playing, but also the fact that you got an offensive line that's been celebrated all offseason.
Couple of tight ends in the game. Lawfrey is the tailback. Altmaier wants to pass. Second option, not there. First down via the legs. Possibly a late hit, no flag after a gain of 7, and the drive continues.
Wow. Well, first off, good job by Western Illinois. They cover the receivers down the field. Look at the protection, and he's got all day, and then he sees his space and got to get down quicker. Go feet first, not head first when you're going down.
Buju Amua, Tui Savura got in there a little bit late. Altmaier felt that one.
Yeah, I'm sure Brett Bielema, the head coach, might have a word to tell him when he comes to the sideline.
Previous play is under review for potential targeting.
Okay, yeah, that did look like a late hit. Terry McCauley is with us, and Terry, you'll watch it along with us. Your initial thoughts on what you saw there?
So he's on the ground when he gets hit. So he is a defenseless player, and he gets head and neck protection. The defender clearly leads with his head, which is the indicator. Now they have to determine, is this forcible contact to the head and neck area? I believe it is. We've seen over the last year or so they've tightened it up. They may not believe it is, but I believe this is forcible contact, head and neck area to a defenseless player. And targeting foul.
Yeah, we dropped that head right there. That's the indication you're looking for, right, Terry?
It is, and the crown could be involved. They don't really need to go there on this one because he's defenseless, and it's clearly contact the head and neck area.
Well, if my opinion counts, I agree. Even when I saw it live, I said, uh-oh, that. And I was watching this today just talking about this exact situation. Helmet to helmet.
After further review, there is no targeting on the play.
Okay, we're 0 for 2.
Terry.
Well, like I said, they have tightened up how much force they're allowing players to get hit in the head with. So this doesn't surprise me, but, you know, I wouldn't want to be hit in the head that forcibly myself. That looks pretty forcible to me.
Terry, I thought, I mean, that was a call that I thought last year would have been made for targeting.
About mid-season, I think we saw a pretty big change in the way they were evaluated. I mean, we go to the Texas-Arizona playoff game, on obvious targeting, that wasn't called. So, like I said, this doesn't surprise me from what I'm seeing.
All right, Terry, thank you. Don't go too far away. First down and 10. Lawfrey. I thought he had a seam there with the cutback. Nice job of shutting it down to keep him on the 25 and a gain of 2. Christian Pierce making the stop there. Right back on the ball, operating with a little pace now in the Illini. And there's another seam, and there's a sprint to the end zone. Aiden Lawfrey, touchdown.
This is just a good cut to the outside, nothing inside. And then we've seen this last year. We saw it with Lawfrey, and just outruns everybody into the end zone. And Paul, we have seen every one of these running backs come in, and you can see how they all have a specific role, and they carry those roles out very well.
Homestead crowd from about 45 minutes north in Gibson City. Extra point, no problems there. Couple of touchdown passes for Illinois, and now a touchdown run. Aiden Lawfrey exploded at the end of last year. Ran for over 170 late against Northwestern, was also big in the bowl game, and he likes his first touchdown run of this season. Three for 3 is not bad. It's actually really good for the number 12 Fighting Illini. 2 touchdown passes. We just saw a touchdown run from Aiden Lawfrey. 7 plays, 51-yard drive. And Illinois' offense is rolling, Phil, just as many expected they would be here tonight.
Yeah, that's right. That's it's taken the life out of Western Illinois, and what they need is just to get something going. If they get some points on the board.
And Western Illinois will begin on their own 25. Let's go back to the studio for a game break with John Fanta.
It's one of the biggest questions heading into this season, fellas. What will life be like without Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, and company for Colorado? Well, Caden Salter says, I'm here. He finds the Kalen Taylor touchdown Buffaloes. I have a feeling Phil Simms called some Coach Prime touchdowns once upon a time.
Big Phil?
Did I call some?
Caught some.
Oh, what are you saying? I threw some to Dion. He intercepted it. Is that what they're meaning? Oh,
I think that was what he was indicating.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I never played against Dion once in my whole career.
Okay, lucky you.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah.
I had Darryl Green, though. He was a pain.
Another Hall of Famer. All right,
Yes.
Chris Urban's got to get it going. He started out well. 5 out of 8 for 27 yards. Blitz coming. Now there's a shot and an open man. Big play, Western Illinois. Tamari Davis, their big play receiver.
He's on the outside, Davis. Just going to make a little move, gets down the field. Oh, it was terrible writing. But nice throw by Urban. Under pressure. Didn't have a lot of space to throw it, but got it to him for a big game.
Operating quickly. Another sideline shot. This one incomplete to bring up second down 10. So with that 37-yard gain, get more yards than they did in their last 2 drives total. Chris Irvin, interesting journey for him. Grew up in small-town Idaho, went 90 minutes away in college to walk on at Washington State, was there for 2 years, Phil, and then told us this week, I was looking around the quarterback room, 6 or 7 other guys. I didn't see any path to the playing field.
Yeah, that's right. But go ahead. What else? He went out and threw some footballs one day with all of them.
And one of them is named Cam Ward.
Cam Ward. He goes, I don't think I've seen anybody throw like that.
That's exactly what he said. Never seen anything like that. And he went down to Ventura College near Los Angeles to find some playing time. Whistles blow just before the snap. And a timeout called by Western.
Timeout, Western Illinois. Their first charge timeout, the first half, be a 30-second timeout.
Okay, there he is. Chris Irvin warming up in his times back there in Pullman. Washington
Cam
State.
Ward.
There's Cam Ward right there
Number
watching.
1.
Yeah. So,
yeah, you know, he played last year some, Paul, and the coaches were, they said he won the job. He deserved it to be the starting quarterback. And even last year when he played well.
got to play a little bit, but had that stop in Los Angeles at Ventura County. And he told us he was kind of nervous to make that big move. And as I said, Idaho to Washington State, he didn't have to go too far. Family and friends still close, but all the way down to Los Angeles. Had some trepidation, but he said it's the most fun he's ever had playing football. Played well, and that paved the way to this opportunity here.
Yeah, it did. And as Joe Davis, the head coach, says, he's just a good guy. Everybody in the team likes him. He made a point to say to me, you know, I'm a good runner too. Of course, I believe you.
He'll likely need that skill here sometime soon. Around the left side. Illinois ready for that one. Markel Holman could not turn the edge.
You know, go back to Chris Irvin. There was one other story he told I thought was pretty funny. I guess it's when he's at Washington State. And this guy came into the game for the other team. His name was Jackson Dart. And he just shredded us. And I said, yeah, that's the reason why they're in the pros.
And he saw Caleb Williams come through, Bo Nix when he was there.
Oh, my God.
He said Jackson Dart for SC was the most impressive one. They need a little something here. Down 21 points. Illinois' offense has it going. So they got to pick it up themselves. 3rd down 11. Nice pocket. There's the legs. And he got a little backfill, got about half of it. And 4th down and medium coming up. Joe Barna, sophomore outside linebacker, tracked him down.
Well, you know, the defensive coordinator for the Illini did a good job, a 3-man rush. So that's why Chris Irvin cannot find anybody open. Did a good job running, puts them in a good situation here. And yes, you go for this one on 4th down.
Well, they failed on 4th and 6 on their first drive. Well, they're actually going to line up and kick a field goal here. And it'll be from 51 yards out. Antonio Chata. Nice season last year, made 15 out of 19. His long was 50. And this is from 51.
10 men on the field. They had to call a timeout.
Western Illinois, their second charge timeout of the half will be a 30-second timeout.
The look on the face of Joe Davis said it all. A little surprised they're not going for it here down 21.
Yeah, me too. I think it's just this thought here. They just want to get on the board and get some points. There is something to that. It just makes you feel a little better that we got some points against this defense. But you might be, Paul, they might be changing right now.
I had some time to rethink it. And a lot of movement there on that sideline right now.
You know, Joe Davis right in the middle of all of it.
There we go. They hurt us. See what Chris Irvin has. He started out with a 37-yard completion on this drive, by far their best play of the night.
Well, he must have a special play for this. Does not look like a blitz. That helps.
Got to get to the 29. Now here comes the blitz.
Yep, it was.
Sideline again. Threw it about 3 yards out of bounds. Second time tonight, they'll turn it over on downs.
Yep.
Tight coverage from Xavier Scott.
One of the few times they picked it up, and Chris Irvin had plenty of time to throw the football. Just give your guy a chance. Throw a jump ball.
Brett Bielema excited about season number 5 as the head coach here for the University of Illinois. He has had an incredible list of mentors along the way as both a player and assistant. Played for Hall of Famer, the late, great Hayden Fry. Also coached for Kirk Ferentz there. Coached linebackers there at Iowa. And he was just getting started learning from Hall of Famers. Spent time with Bill Snyder as his co-defensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator for Barry Alvarez before taking over for him. And in between Arkansas and Illinois, spent 2 seasons on the sideline with Bill Belichick. Phil, let's get back to who he worked for in college. Legends who took over programs who've been down for a long time. They resurrected those programs and sustained that success. I think that's part of the reason he is attracted to this challenge here. He sees the same kind of thing. Altmaier, he's been hot so far. Another good pocket. Surveys, and that time just throws it away.
Well, I think one thing about Bret Bielema, lots of things I loved about talking to him about football, how he handles the players and all that. But he learned, he said Bill Belichick was a genius. That's one thing. You know, when he said that, I just, well, yeah, of course. I think we all know that. But he wants to know, is there, to make sure this team stays and keeps going upward, to be one of those teams, Alabama, Ohio State, you know, get in that category where they, every year they know you're going to be a top 10 team.
And that's what gets talked about here, because they've had 10-win seasons here before. Not a lot, but they've had a hard time following up. A lot of room for Hank Beatty. If he can make one miss. He did pick up a first down inside of Western Territory. His third catch already. So 10-win seasons here in Champaign. They popped up every now and then. And you know what happens from there, Phil. People get excited. They want more. But they've had a really tough time following up that kind of success with more success like it.
Yeah, I think now, Paul, I do have faith that they can be better this year than they were last year.
Look at the patience there. A little stiff arm from Caden Fagan.
You know, when you have a veteran quarterback that we see knows how to navigate and manage the game, and you just got players almost at every position that can make plays to help you win. And they got a lot of that. So they're off to a great start. And this year, like we've already talked about, the anticipation, the 10 wins is not going to be good enough. We need more. You got the fans excited. It's going to be fun to follow.
And he's got great stories about the 2 years he spent with Bill Belichick as well. Interesting way that relationship started. Get to that here in a moment. Second down and short for Luke Altmaier. Little play action. In trouble this time. On the run. Nice catch there at the 32-yard line. Going down to get it. Big-time recruit out of Chicago, Malik Elzy.
Getting a little pressure on Altmaier, and he escapes, and nice throw on the run.
And they're operating with some pace now. Going back to work. Altmaier takes a shot. Penalty came in just as the ball fell incomplete. Went right back to Elzy, and we'll check in on the flag.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 0. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
In the slot there.
Oh,
the
right
face
in the
mask
slot,
right there.
yes. Boy, once again, the coverage, that wasn't there, but down the sideline was very good.
And so Bret said that the day after he got fired from Arkansas, first phone call to come in was from Bill Belichick. Said he kind of knew him, didn't know him real well, and Bill wanted to talk about use this experience to get better the next time. Think about where you have to improve, and that conversation turned into 2 years coaching with Bill in New England. Altmaier again protected. End zone. We're turning around and almost coming up with that with Hudson Clement. He was the #1 receiver for West Virginia last year. You can see that Altmaier wants that one back.
Yeah, pretty good coverage. They're taking a great throw to get that touchdown, but go back to coach. Well, let's watch this play first. Nice little stutter go. Oh boy, getting held. Right there, you got to throw a line drive right at the back of the helmet of the defender, like a back shoulder, gives you a much better chance to catch. But Bret Bielema said to, or Bill Belichick said to Coach Bielema, what did you do wrong? That's, learn from that. Think about what you did wrong when you were the head coach.
Fagan up front. Nice job of staying on his feet. And he gets inside the 15-yard line.
Paul, you're right, though. Boy, he's been around a lot of great coaches, and there's nothing, of course, when you're around these guys, Bill Snyder and all the ones you talked about, you take certain things from them that you'll use the rest of your coaching career.
And as far as that question he asked Bret, you know, how can you be better next time? What did you do wrong? We asked him, okay, you thought about it. What'd you come up with? He said he's much more big picture now. Sees down the road much better than he did in his early stints in Madison and Fayetteville. 3rd down and 6 right now. Altmaier. What about the third option? Maybe he'll keep it. Or he gets sacked. Held on a little too long and is thrown for a loss. Lost 4 yards. Payne Miller, Kevin Washington in to make the play.
Pass protection has been outstanding for Luke Altmaier, but the thing is, great job down the field, passing receivers off, keeping the coverage, nobody open, he runs, and once again he takes a hit that I'm sure the coaches are not happy about.
David Alano from 35 yards out, did miss inside of 40 yards last year. And he gets off to that kind of start this year. About halfway through the second quarter, Illinois up 24-0. Let's go back to the studio. Another update from John Fanta.
Paul and Phil in this loaded week 1. This is a showdown that means a lot for these two programs. We're trying to get on the rise of respective leagues. Jackson Arnold, he's arrived to Auburn, and what an arrival this is. Tigers take the lead in Waco.
Quarterback draw for the touchdown. Phil, did you ever do it at Morehead State or with the Giants?
At Morehead State, yes, I did. I ran, I'm not going to say I gained a lot of yards. And then early in my career, I ran a lot.
Really?
A lot, yeah. I mean, a lot. But
By choice
yeah.
or were you chased?
Well, yeah, both. But when you're a rookie, you're going to run as a quarterback because you don't see it real clear. You go, well, I got to get out of here. And, yeah, I had some good games where I ran for quite a few yards.
Brett Bielema, former walk-on defensive tackle.
Yeah.
At the University of Iowa. Defensive background. Watched him at practice last week. Well, he moves around to every position on offense. Has a message for every position group. And one of the ways he's really grown here at Illinois.
And don't forget, he played 6 days for the Seattle Seahawks.
Gabe Akis has been a wrecker in the backfield already for Illinois. Back and ready for more. And for more on him, here's Zora.
Well, Paul, I talked to Akis this week about some of the moves that we've seen here tonight, and he's been working with Joe Kim. Kim actually got the nickname Pass Rush Guru from Nick Saban. Kim is in his first season as the skill development coordinator here at Illinois. He has worked with 11 NFL teams. He uses martial arts techniques, and Akis called Kim the answer to the test, a cheat sheet.
Oh, he must enjoy working with him because what a talent he is. 8 tackles for loss a year ago, 3 in the bowl game. Showing up already tonight. Our Western finding nothing up the middle against this defense. Aaron Henry told us it's the D-line you got to watch out for, and there they were. And Akis, I think a lot of people thought he might come out at the end of last year, decided to come back. Interesting that when they offered him, his only offer at that point, Phil, was Tulane. And after Illinois offered him, a lot of schools came in, and they eventually had to beat Tennessee to get him. But he's one of the reasons they believe strongly in that side of the ball here this year.
Well, you hear that story a lot, you know, that there's a great player in college that wasn't recruited. And you can't look at all of them.
Irvin back foot, open man. Big gain Leathernecks out to the 43. Tight end Brandon Lanier with his first touch. So they want to move as quickly as they can, down 24, now inside of 7 minutes.
Well, that's who they are. This is what they want to do. Maybe not as much against this defense, but they had positive play, and here we go.
Flushed out, got to get rid of that one. And that's exactly what Joe Davis warned us of. He said, we're going to get guys open. Not sure if we can protect.
Yeah, that time defense was all over it. They tried a little, you know, hitch and go, a double move to get another big play, and the defense played it very well.
I was all excited to talk to Joe Davis after reading about all the offensive passing success he had in the last 2 decades as an assistant, now up to a head coach. And I asked him about it. First thing he wanted to talk about, though, was his book he bought in 1996 called Phil Simms on Passing. He was so fired up.
Oh, geez. And what did I say?
He said, don't believe any of it.
It was terrible. Terrible book.
Second down 10. Irvin in trouble again and swallowed up.
Yeah.
How about some more, Gabe Akis?
Yeah, this man, he is all over it. And see what happens on the outside. Oh, the offensive tackle lowers his head. That just makes it easier to go around. This is just what they call jailbreak.
Yeah.
Protect yourself.
No chance.
But this is another thing, Paul, I talked about. And I know they're outmanned, but you see Gabe Akis over there. Can we double team him with the tackle and the tight end?
Seems like it'd be a good idea. Can pin his ears back and come again on 3rd and long. Irvin. Incomplete. Struggles continue for the Leathernecks.
Had a guy wide open, couldn't hit it, was moving. That time they did. They double teamed Gabe Akis. Looking to the outside. This is what you do. Here's the tight end. Got the tackle. He's fighting it, but gave the quarterback some time to throw at least.
A good tip to try 2 on him. Western Illinois now just 1 out of 5 on 3rd down. Hank Beatty right up the middle. Not a bad effort out to the 38-yard line. Illinois will have at least one more chance to add to that lead. Right now it's 24-0 on Western. There is one reason on offense to tap the brakes a little bit on the Illinois excitement, and that's what they lost in wide receiver. Pat Bryant was fantastic. Difference maker. He's now in the NFL with the Broncos. Zachary Franklin was also good. Phil, that's the majority of their wide receiver production out the door. I don't want to say it's a tryout, these first couple 3 games, but they are waiting and wanting for wide receivers to emerge to fill those gaps.
Yeah, and what they're doing, fill in the gaps. But where are you going to be the strong side receiver where you're a route runner and all that, and you get passes, play actions your way, or you want to be the single side where you're the most explosive wide receiver and you get plays down the field.
Well, we heard a lot about the speed and the quicks. Khalil Valentine showed up right there to get 9. Yeah, but their top 2 wide receivers coming back, the most experienced, Colin Dixon, number 17 right there. You walk around practice, a number of people will tell you he is their best wide receiver. Quiet so far. One of the newcomers, Justin Bowick, right there.
Yeah, he's played well, had a couple instances tonight, so that's great.
Hudson Clement, West Virginia's top receiver last year, so there's a lot of talent vying for that spot. Bad snap. Altmaier, penalty comes in. Nice play there by Altmaier, finding Valentine, and a good cut. Wrapped up before he got to the 40. Would be a gain of 11. And we'll see about the flag.
That was really good movement by Luke Altmaier there in the pocket, getting out, and a good throw on the run.
Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. 2nd down.
Well, that's your man.
Josh Kreutz, the captain center.
Yep, just watch him real quick right there. Got his hands on the, oh no. No, there was nothing. It almost looked like the defensive lineman just said, I'm going down.
He still bounced the shotgun snap, but. All right, inside of 5 minutes now. Altmaier showing off a little bit of what he wants to show more of this year, and the fact that he thinks he can move well and throw it on the run.
Oh, I'm convinced of that already. His movement has been very good. I don't care about the competition.
We saw it last year. Pump. Look at that indeed. Downfield, wide open, man. Hank Beatty inside the 5. Protection set him up for a big play. Altmaier to Beatty.
Well, first off, look at the protection, how long this takes. And then that little feint he has, and this time he does not miss the deep throw down the field. Oh, the double move.
Got him.
Man, that is such a good route when you make a move against the safety. The safety thinks you're going across the field, turns it up, wide open, great route, good throw.
Talking about the wide receivers for Illinois, Beatty's easily the best one yet. 4 catches for 101 yards. First and goal from inside the 5. Altmaier. Touch pass. Little too much. Oh, and a late flag. Wanted Justin Bowick, and maybe he was held.
That's a good example that we talked about yesterday.
Pass interference. Offense, number 0.
Oh.
15-yard penalty for the previous spot. First down.
Against Bowick.
Yeah, he got his hand in the face, did grab.
Terry McAulay come back in here. Did you see offensive interference there?
There's a little bit of a push. He does not create clear separation that would be enough for offensive pass interference.
Justin Bowick played only 4 games last year at Ball State. Brett Bielema excited about what he can do this year. So now the challenge gets greater back near the 20-yard line. Khalil Valentine spins down to the 12-yard line. Picks up 7. Gilroy with the tackle. And we've seen the different types of backs here now in the first half for Illinois. Valentine will come over the sideline. The big back is Caden Fagan. And the main one is Aiden Laughlin.
Yep, and they're over 100 yards so far tonight. And so you talk about, you can't have everything. You can't have, they got 3 good running backs. We like their offensive line. The quarterback's got it. The receivers, I think they're going to be really, I think they're going to be fine out there, Paul. In fact, I think they're going to be really good.
Yeah, I think they believe the same thing. End zone. Another touchdown, Illinois. Justin Bowick has a pair.
Well, you know, the coaches were very high on him. He's tall, 6'4". He looks taller than that. I saw him at practice yesterday. Looked every bit of 6'5" or 6", but that's a great thing to have, and a route to call in the back of the end zone to a tall receiver, and an excellent throw by Altmaier.
Boy, Altmaier talked to us about Justin Bowick, and he said he's not quite there yet, but you could tell he loved his potential. Extra point right down the middle. Altmaier said he can be really dangerous. Barry Lunny came in, and what he said this guy's already dangerous.
Oh, here we go. We got him lined up to the outside. Number 8, or 0, I mean. Little move to the back of the end zone, and it was well designed. The safety is taking the other receiver who came inside, hesitates. Good throw, good catch.
And the head coach on the other sideline has seen that before. Joe Davis was the offensive coordinator at Eastern Illinois before he came to Western as the head coach, and he had Justin Bowick with him there. Now, he's probably not surprised, and you know that Luke Altmaier loves these wide receivers stepping up. And Joe Davis does not like it this time that Bowick made it to the end zone.
I do like so far, and I'm asking you too, Paul, just the array of plays that we're seeing from this Illinois offense. And it's just got everything. They got extra blockers sometimes they need it. They're moving the receivers all around.
Leathernecks once again will begin on the 25-yard line. And while Altmaier rests, he has 3 incompletions and 3 touchdown passes so far. A little altercation there just past the 20-yard line.
Well,
so that's Barry Lunny, the offensive coordinator for Illinois. He's the only offensive coordinator that Luke Altmaier has known here in Champaign. And this is just an amazing thing that Brett Bielema has going for him. Head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, primary quarterback, all back for 3 straight seasons. Not another FBS team can say that.
no, it really says something about the culture that they got here, the head coach who he is, how he treats you as a man and as a coach. And they all know this is a good team to be part of right now.
Tried to get it to Demario Davis, their fastest receiver, didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. James Thompson, who spent the last few years playing at Wisconsin, threw him for a loss of 1. It's not often in this day and age in college football where you look up and down the 2 deep and you're like, oh, that's an upperclassman who's only been on this campus. And they have that going in a number of areas. Boy, Western sure taking their time here.
Well, yeah, that's really what you should do in their situation. Should have done it earlier. Run the clock. Try to shorten the game. Hard to do.
Irvin in trouble. Boy, look at Ackes track him down with a late push. He really closed on him there. The second time, Dagan Miller, their leader up front, their captain, At left guard has lost his helmet. But watch Akis here, Phil.
Oh, listen. He has some look. Number 17. Here he comes.
And there he goes.
Sheds the blocker. Wow. Yeah, he looks like, I don't like to get into it too much, but he looks like a pretty good NFL player.
Type of guy we'll be watching on Sunday. They'll go to the sideline. It's been all Illinois so far. They lead by 31 at the 2-minute timeout.
Chris, you wanted to see the Illinois passing attack. We've seen it.
We have. They're not going to dominate every team in the Big Ten in the run game. First touchdown, crossers, okay? Second touchdown, they're going to pull the old okey doke. Fake the crosser, back out, touchdown, Luke Altmaier.
Xfinity halftime report coming up, Paul.
Ahmed, thank you very much. I call him Chris Sims. The man next to me calls him Christopher.
That's the name we gave him.
Well done, Chris. To the sideline. And that's incomplete. Damari Davis, they have tried so hard to get their best playmaker the ball. Just hasn't worked. And so now the punt team comes back on. And that's been a snapshot. We've seen a lot of this so far, Phil. Joe Davis, after a drive, asking Chris Irvin what's going on.
Yeah, no, he's... Look, they're losing. But the fact the offense, it's a double whammy for him. The offense is just doing nothing to help the football team.
Flag is down. Hank Beatty wanted to field that one and let it go. He's pushed in the back as he got the ball.
But you know, Paul, when I say these things, look, I understand what Western Illinois is up against out here. They're up against one of the best teams in the country.
Illegal formation, offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. 4th down.
Okay, so they'll make him punt it again. And we'll do it all over. And it's back to the drawing board. Joe Davis and Chris Irvin, they just haven't got it clicking. Had those 2 early right away first downs. Got inside of Illinois territory. They went for it on 4th and 6 on that drive. Didn't get it. And Illinois and Luke Altmaier, they have just had their way with Western ever since. They've had the ball 5 times. They've had 5 scoring drives.
Yeah, you know, Christopher was in the studio. What he showed was really, that was an important thing, I think. You know, crossing the receivers, and then what do? The next time you change it, fake the cross, break it back out, open for the touchdown.
Beatty got a shot to bring one back. Goes down at the 43. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule presented by Liberty Mutual. Tomorrow night, it's New Mexico taking on number 14 Michigan. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Big Ten College Countdown will begin at 7 p.m. only on NBC and Peacock. Had the early game last year at the Big House. Right back there again here. Michigan and New Mexico will be home to watch that one tomorrow evening. Big Ten football continues into the weekend. Just like all of you, all of us so excited to have it back. Students back here in Champaign. Really a perfect night to come out and support the 12th ranked Illini. And now the offense with one more chance to take it down the field. Altmaier protected again. 4th option, Hank Beatty. He's got 5 catches and he's inside of Western territory.
Well, this offensive line, so talked about how good they are, everything like that, the pass protection. I understand who they're playing against, but it's still magnificent.
Blitz picked up. Altmaier in trouble. And this time he goes down. Picked up the blitzer to his left, but the defenders to his right got him. David Dunston, the first one there. Defensive coordinator Landon Fox, first season running the defense for Western.
Illinois, their first charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Head coach.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 56 seconds. 56, please.
Yeah, Landon Fox spent the last 5 years defensive coordinator at Valparaiso.
Had the blitz, made Altmaier get out of the pocket, and then he's chased down, but good defensive call. You said it, Paul. Landon Fox, he goes, look, I'm going to be a great assistant because I was a head coach last year. So It was interesting to hear, and he was pretty fired up about his defense.
And the players we talked to said he is fired up a lot too. From the moment he got on campus, he got their attention with his volume, his intensity,
right,
and the plan he's delivering. Defensive coordinator at Dayton to the head coach at Valpo, and now first season running the show here defensively. Work cut out for him tonight, down 31. Third down and 13. Altmyer in trouble again. Just got that one off. The Western's running with it. Looked like an incomplete pass.
It was.
Thank you. And that's 2 plays in a row. Landon Fox blitz got home.
Incomplete pass. 4th down.
Jalen Nicholas, the first blitzer there.
Let's see what they do. All wrap around. And finally all the way in the backfield. Good call on the defensive side. And why not? The score, you're down 31-0. Go ahead and be aggressive and take chances.
Offense, number 9. Lost it down. The spot of the foul will be 4th down. Because the foul stopped the clock, there's a 10-second subtraction.
I'm going to take a look here and see if there's anybody in the. Continue to sort that out.
No, nobody in the area.
Has declined the option for a 10-second subtraction. Clock will start on the snap. 4th down.
There's his roommate, tight end Cole Rusk, but not close enough. Intentional grounding. So for the first time tonight, Illinois forced to punt it away. Brett Bielema either not happy with the call or with his offense, or maybe both. Keelan Crimmins on for the first time.
Please reset the game clock to 49 seconds. 49 seconds, please.
Crimmins spent last year at Purdue, honorable mention all Big Ten after averaging 45 yards a punt. Wide receiver Christian Anaya back to receive. And not the best from Crimmins. High end over end. Fair catch on the 40-yard line with 49 seconds left. Okay, so the defense comes through for the first time for the Leathernecks. And now let's see if Chris Irvin can do the same. 49 seconds remaining. And Luke Altmyer, Barry Lunney huddle up on the offensive side. Try to figure out what just happened.
Well, they have one timeout, right, left here in the first half. They got good field position. And I'm sure they're looking at this and where they are in this field and the score of the game.
Reset the game clock to 44 seconds. 44, please.
Yeah. He doesn't want the runoff here because of the intentional grounding.
The clock issues here in game 1 in Champaign. And now Chris Irvin starts this drive 7 out of 15. And as Phil mentioned, one timeout left. Slip screen. Try to find an alley. Got a little bit of one out to the 47. Eric Johnson.
Well, as we're sitting up here high as we are, Paul, when you see those plays, you almost hold your breath, don't you? Because the enemy is closing fast.
The clock ticking. Didn't use that timeout. 22 seconds left. 4-man rush, and they got there. Sacked at the 39. Tomiwa Durochaye. And they'll just let this clock go inside of 10. And Joe Davis says, let's go to the locker room. Piece together another plan. Gabe Ackes had a big first half, unblockable. And Luke Altmyer threw 3 times.
Letting too much pressure get on the quarterback. So, hey, Paul, he's a head coach. They can always find something wrong.
Whoa, that was well done by Western. Kicked the ball out of bounds.
Well, that's going to be interesting. The receiver
Yeah.
of the kick had 1 foot on the.
Ruling on the field, the receiver was out of bounds when he touched the kick. By rule, it's a free kick out of bounds. Ball be placed on the 35-yard line. First down.
Okay, so Khalil Valentine.
Yeah, really good job. Watch his left foot stays in, right foot out. Man, being alert, well coached, executes. Good starting position to start the second half for the Illini offense.
Valentine has been impressive as a running back so far. True sophomore. Okay, Joe Davis was not happy, as the score would indicate, that entire first half. Let's see what his defense can do to get started. Altmyer starts this second half 11 out of 15. 3 touchdown tosses as well. And Lawfrey drilled in the backfield from the front and the back. Thrown for a loss to start. Thinking about Western Illinois and their mindset. Here's Zora.
Well, Paul, Coach Davis knew this was going to be a tough matchup, but he still came into this game with some controllables for his team. One of those was execution, and he just didn't see it, especially offensively in the first half. He talked about missing protection, missing open players. He said in the second half, we have to find a way to run our system.
Zora, your message says a lot, and Phil, watching Joe Davis's body language said a lot too. Beat the blitz quickly to the sideline. Malik Elzy, nice job. He was the top recruit out of the city of Chicago 2 years ago, and they're waiting for him to take off. He got 15 there.
Yeah, he's got size, he's got speed. They're putting him over in a position where he can get some one-on-one coverage. Good job, strong, breaks the tackle.
And sometimes something can just happen internally when you go from sophomore to upperclassman. You've been around for a while.
Right.
Maturity level grows up. You feel like you belong a little more, and they would love a big season from him. Fake to Lawfrey, and that's the first touch for Dixon, and it's a good one. Inside of Western territory, gets 8. We've talked about the receivers being a question mark, Phil, but they've had a number of them show up and raise their hand and say, you know what, we might not be that bad then.
Oh, I'm already convinced. I know the competition is not top flight or anything, but Paul, there's a couple things. The first half, just watching the play calls and all they have at their disposal, and all these players that are interchangeable, it's going to make them. It's going to be tough to defend this offense as the year goes along. 4 wideouts on the field right now. Second down and 2. Sideline again. Little pitch and catch to Tanner Arkin. Scored a touchdown to start the game and now has a first down. Boy, Tanner Arkin, he's got the look of a good tight end. Great size. Of course, he's in terrific shape. He's young and playing football, but you'd like to see, I haven't seen it yet, but inside patterns by the tight ends. They've been splitting them out, trying to get them one-on-one and get some easy throws. But also, I'd like to see him stay inside and run some routes.
Illinois moving without much resistance here to start this third quarter. Plenty of time there. Just picked out Lawfrey out of the backfield. And they are just marching right down the field. They go from wide receiver to tight end to running back.
Yeah, really impressive. Lawfrey, just another guy. Depth is, of course, playing in the Big Ten. The schedule gets tough. Play really good teams. You're going to get some guys nicked here and there, and it's great to have somebody that can come in and not really see the talent not far behind what they had.
Altmyer just flexing with those stats now. 15 out of 19, just over 200 yards. Now we give to Lawfrey, not much there inside. Tackled on the 15. We talked to Barry Lundy, the offensive coordinator, yesterday. Phil, he said, you know, we asked ourselves when we knew that Luke Altmyer was going to come back, how could he be even better in year 3 as a starter? And he said, if I give him more responsibility, more say in the game plan, he's earned the right to have that input. We're going to give it to him this year.
Hey, no doubt about it. And, you know, meeting with Luke Altmyer, we could see, well, we saw a lot of things. We talked a lot. He talked about the first year where it was so hard on him. And I thought the one phrase he said, I quit thinking. And that's when it turned around for him.
Second down, 10, play action. All the time he wants. That's an athletic throw. Flings it out to the sideline. Clement with his first catch. From West Virginia to Illinois, gets 4.
Terrific protection. Really good coverage by the Western Illinois defense. But when you got that much time, somebody's going to come open. On the run, let's watch him. Boy, very nice. Dipped his arm a little, went side, makes the throw.
How long were you with the Giants before Parcells and Ron Erhardt let you have a say in what happened in the game plan? Or are you still waiting?
Well, no, it wasn't that bad. No, you know, believe it or not, quite early. Like really probably in 1984 for the rest of my career. They wanted to know my opinion, which was really cool.
Altmaier tried to jam that one in there. A lot of velocity. And his roommate, the tight end, Cole Rusk, couldn't hang on.
You know, Paul, and you know, you played quarterback. You see it. What you see on the field is going to differ from what the coaches see.
Right.
It's like us sitting up here. It's not the same look to what these players have. So they need to ask you your opinion, what you think. What are you seeing? Maybe they don't see it as clearly as you do.
And just like Barry Lunny is letting his quarterback have a lot of say, Brett told us yesterday, I let my coaches coach. I pick them out carefully, and then I let them go.
Wow.
David Milano, piece of that one, didn't get there. Western special teams stepping up to start this third quarter. See if that can spark the offense. The Leathernecks knock that one down, and the score remains 31-0. We'll see them on offense after the break. Big Ten Saturday Night is back live tomorrow on NBC and Peacock. We're kicking off the season from the Big House, New Mexico, and number 14, Michigan. Here comes Saturday night. Be home to watch that one. Enjoy it from the couch.
Well, saw a little emotion from the Western Illinois football team after that field goal was blocked. Kind of woke them up. All of them yelling on the sideline.
That didn't wake up the run game there. Illinois' defense in the backfield. Loss of 1. Tomiwa Durojaye.
Well, they enjoyed it while they could. You know.
All right, I know you love watching talented young quarterbacks, and this is the #1 recruit in the nation, Bryce Underwood. Will get the start at quarterback for Michigan. All kinds of anticipation to see what he can do for the Wolverine offense. And they came on at the end of the year, won a lot of big games, but they would love to have a semblance of a passing game return to Ann Arbor. Chris Irvin steps up. And that's going nowhere from the start. Pursuit from the Illini defense. Kurt Neal, nose tackle, played last year at Wisconsin, made that play. Loss of 2.
Yeah.
And that's been a common theme for Chris Irvin tonight. First look isn't there, and then he's in trouble. 3rd down and 12 coming up.
Yeah, we talked about it. Defensive lineman from Wisconsin. We haven't talked about that tonight, but they got good depth there, and they put a lot of pressure on Chris Irvin.
Third and 12, try the ground game. Boy, those are 3 plays they would like to forget. Durojaye once again steps up and makes a play. Injured Leatherneck is down in the middle of the field on the 18-yard line.
Now, I say this with respect, but that last play was just a give-up play. It's like, what are we going? We can't protect. I don't want my quarterback to get hurt. They know we're going to throw the ball, so they run it to just get off the field and punt it.
Joe Davis' second season as the head coach at Western Illinois. Well, they had lost 27 consecutive games last year before they got on a little bit of a roll. They won 4.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about him being the head coach, just meeting him, seeing what they did and watched them on film, especially when they played in their conference against, teams equal talent to them. They did really well. And he's got a great plan, I think, for the football team, too. So they're going to, 2 years from now, they might be able to come in here and at least slug it out for a while against this Illini team.
Well, we were driving over here today. The punt does get away. You said, boy, if they could just convert some 3rd downs early. They've missed their last 6. Hank Beatty's got some room over here to the wide side of the field. He'll get inside of Western territory, and then some. Hank Beatty, he got there! Oh. Led the Big Ten in punt returns last year. Don't hit the head coach there. With 14 yards per. 69 right there for the touch.
That was awesome by the blockers. They truly set up a perfect wall where he just ran right behind it all the way, made a good move to get into the end zone, but the blocking was terrific, and the run was pretty dang good itself.
Hank Beatty, have yourself a night. 5 catches for 108 yards. Extra point is good. And the long punt return for the score.
Let's just watch the return and see if we can see just what's going on here. Here it comes now. When he goes around, look at the wall. Everybody's got an angle to block. Oh, then he sets him up with a little inside move and down the sideline. Wow, what a return. What a great job by the special teams getting in position to block guys.
Yeah, the punter, Luke Drogemuller, will not want to see that one in film on Monday or whenever they get together. That looks like he did just get it across, but he delivered a nice elbow there to the punter to pave the way to the end zone. Hank Beatty, all smiles.
Yep, last year he only caught, I don't know how many, 20 passes last year.
He was the #1 returning wide receiver. That gives you an idea of how much they lost, as the top returner had 20. Well, he's off to a great start tonight.
Let's coach a little here. We got to find more ways to get him the ball. Okay, it is. You can see he has really got some special speed and a great feel for the game.
A slot receiver, a master of the craft inside, and a lot of make you miss as a punt returner. Western will begin on the 25-yard line. And let's see how many of the starters come back at now for Illinois, up 38-0. And number 17, Gabe Ackes, preseason All-American, has been as advertised.
17 from the outside. Boy, that was quick. That was bad blocking, bad scheme. And, he just never gives up. Oh, rip. Boy, that looked like Micah Parsons. Give a rip move, lower the shoulders, go around, get the sack.
Take a look and see if he is out there. He might be getting a rest now for the rest of the night. Try for the quick slant, incomplete to bring up 2nd down 10. Miles Scott, well, some starters are out there. Starting free safety made that play. I remember watching Illinois with their huge win right here in Champaign last year against Michigan, and Ackes continued to show up. I said, man, who is this guy? Went back and he had 13 tackles against the Wolverines.
Wow.
2.5 tackles for loss. So he's expected to do it against this level of competition, but he's also done it against their best opponents. And I think it is well-deserved rest now for the rest of the night. Chris Irvin needs to get something going. 9 out of 18. Little gap inside there across the 30. Markel Holman was after him 1 yard per carry before that.
Well, I know they're down 38-0, but here's a situation that we kind of talked about. It's 3rd down. It's in your favor. It's less than 5. Do we have a play that the coach can get somebody open? Not the player. I want to see a scheme where the coach can get them open to keep this drive going a little bit.
See what he draws up here. I can tell you this, Phil. They have failed on their last 6 3rd down attempts.
Can't get away from the defensive backs. You can't give the quarterback enough time.
A couple of flags come out. And this MAC crew, led by Andrew Special, has been busy tonight.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Okay. Come up with another call, Coach.
For a little longer this time.
Finally got the situation you want. 3rd and under 5.
And just like that, turns into 3rd down and long. Aaron Henry, defensive coordinator for Brett Bielema.
Could be a blitz. It is.
Bring 5, back foot. He's got work to do. I think he got there.
Very good.
And the yards after the catch for the tight end, Alex Williams, moves the chains.
5 defensive guys blitzing that time. The pocket was good enough to give the quarterback just enough time to hit the crosser. And a good route, knowing it's going to be man-to-man coverage, just to outrun the defender.
Boy, just a big exhale from the western sideline now, Phil. It's been since the first quarter. They converted a 3rd down. Looking for any kind of spark in the veteran safety Miles Scott, former walk-on receiver, to one of the most respected players on the team. Just missed that tackle. Let's see if Urban can turn that into something now. Oh, this worked early for him. Works again.
Worked again.
Good pick up on 1st down for Davis. And a late flag, they'll get more. I think Malachi Hood came in a little late there for Illinois.
You can tell, Paul, when you see these little screens, these bubble screens, whatever they're doing, it works, and they get in good position for the blocks because.
Play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense, number 45. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic. 1st down.
Pretty close.
Those are plays, though, that we just watched there. Those are plays that they run a lot of during the regular season. So they're having a carryover here. Receivers are doing a good job blocking on the outside.
You've been in games like this every now and then, Phil. You kind of forget about the scoreboard and just want some momentum to get back on the bus and head back home.
You're absolutely right.
Maybe Western can piece something together here. A little bit of room off the left side. Picked up a couple on 1st down. Markel Holman has been their go-to back. They had negative rushing yards at halftime. Hood stepped back in and made that tackle. Well, Joe Davis, as he's moved up the ranks as a coach, has always held the position of quarterback coach when he moved up to offensive coordinator. Still the quarterback coach, is the head coach now.
Yeah.
Told us this week, if I had a quarterback coach, he'd hate me.
I understood it, and he was right. Watch it.
Look out. Lucky to save the sack there. And that's Matthew Bailey, the safety, who sometimes doubles as a linebacker. The top tackler last year was in on him right away.
Yeah, he comes from the outside and really just good timing from the left. And there's nobody there to blocking because of the formation of the defense.
Phil, the little bit of success they've had passing has been to the sideline. Let's see if they can get something going between the hashes. Unblocked was Bailey right there. Trio of wideouts to his left on 3rd and 8. Man coverage, blitz. And that's another 1st down.
Wow, really good job.
Brandon Lanier, the tight end, gets 9.
Yeah, sorry, by the quarterback. I mean, boy, that was, he talked about it to us. I got to get the ball out of my hand quick. He didn't realize it had to be, like, really quick. But at that time, he caught it, made the throw, and got a good 1st down.
Nice job of hanging in the pocket here. Couple of 3rd down pickups here on this drive. Right back to it. Ball drops on the 25-yard line by Lanier that time to bring up 2nd down 10.
Yeah, Chris Urban going to need a little attention from the help. Going to be sore tomorrow, that's for sure. He's taking a lot of hits.
And been beat up quite a bit from the start here by Aaron Henry's group.
Tell you what, they're not calling off anything over there. Another blitz.
Steps up, just got away, and picks up the 1st on his own.
Wow.
First time we've really seen that speed, and that was well done.
Yeah, he talked about that to us. He wants to run. Thinks he goes, I'm a pretty good runner. I believe you. Yeah, he moves around. He's moved around well. Hard to move around whenever these defensive players are all around you. But the Illinois defense is just continuing to give them lots of looks and blitzes.
Trio of first downs on this drive, reason for celebration for the Western side.
Yeah, look at this. Here they all come again.
Steps up, and that time he won't escape. Sacked at the 27 for a loss of 5.
It's just that as soon as the formation of the defense is lining up, you can see the 3 inside. We got 2 possible blitzers. We get 1 from each side, and they do pick it up, but then they just get overpowered. That's the problem. It's one-on-one blocking, and we got defenders, Paul, running in there full speed.
And that was Eli Conan with his first sack of the night. Second down, 15. Irvin, middle. And down to the 21-yard line goes Eric Johnson, who's been a popular target tonight. Got 5 back. And stays down there.
For an offensive injury.
Western Illinois on the move for the first time since the first quarter. We're back right after this. Don't miss AGT, summer's #1 show in its epic 20th season. America's Got Talent, new Tuesday on NBC and Peacock. While we were away, the injured Western Illinois player, wide receiver Eric Johnson, got up on his own and walked off the field. Beautiful couple of days here in Champaign. The students came back, a lot of buzz you have at the start of any kind of school year, but when your team is ranked number 12, highest ranking in 35 years, a little bit of extra excitement on this campus here now.
Oh, yeah, you and I, we moved around. We had a little dinner one night, and no matter what we did, somebody would always come up and have about 100 questions to ask us. What do you think? Are they going to be as good as we think? I think they're going to be really good.
I normally don't get those. I think it was the Phil Simms attraction.
No. They didn't ask. They didn't even know who I was. They were talking about the team.
Third down, 11. Irvin, pump fake. What a catch! Touchdown, Western Illinois, Damari Davis.
Oh, man, you thought it was going to be intercepted, and he just ripped it out of the hands of the defender.
Well, they told us he was their best playmaker, but what a grab for Davis.
Patterson, oh, what a job. Jumps up, got it. It's good. It's good. Touchdown.
Right over the top of Caleb Patterson. Strong hands, secured it.
Chris Urban didn't have much choice. He had to get rid of it.
It was a completed pass for a touchdown. That play is under further review.
Are they looking to see if he had control or where his knee was?
Yeah, I would think so. But I've been wrong on every one tonight.
That's why we have Terry McCauley.
That's
Terry,
right.
with us?
Terry, I feel good about this one. It's a touchdown.
Well, Phil, there's no question it's a catch. We do need to look down the line when his knee goes down. But
when the knee hit, yes, yeah, that's the worry.
It appears, you know, it has to be clear and obvious to reverse. And I tell you what, this last shot we just showed, it does look short on that one, Phil.
It does.
Yeah, because his knee's clearly behind the goal line. The ball's about the same level. So looks to me like this should be reversed. Should be reversed to short of the goal line and no touchdown.
Hey, listen, the job you guys got out, you know, I watch a lot of football, especially, you know, all the time on Sunday night. Man, it's every week.
Either way, it's a heck of a grab by Damari Davis, their fastest receiver, showing off the hands there. Taking that one away from Caleb Patterson.
Well, maybe.
Here we go.
After review, the pass was complete. However, the ball carrier was short of the goal line when he was down. The ball will be placed inside the 1-yard line. First and goal for Western Illinois.
Okay, now the Leathernecks will get a look at their goal line package. Got to see the positive side here, Phil.
Yes, I am. I mean, it's okay if we sit here and go, we want them to have some success.
Oh, yeah.
To, you know, when they get on that bus for the ride home, that some guys can feel good about the effort and maybe even the quality of their play.
Well, they can feel good about this drive. They converted 3 different third downs after going 1 for their previous 7. First and goal. Oh, they're going to get backed up now.
Oh, my gosh.
False start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, you talk about a change in mindset from first and goal from inside the 1. And now just outside the 5. They've had very little success running the ball tonight. 18 total rushing yards. They were on the negative side at halftime.
Right, 17 carries for 18 yards.
Hey, they got their starters back in now for Illinois. Akis is there. Matthew Bailey in. They want to keep this shutout. Chasing them outside. They go inside to the 4-yard line. Good fake there by Irvin. Give him 2 there to bring up second down. How about that move? Bringing your starters back in after they thought they were done for the night.
Well, I'm trying to find an answer. Maybe it's a situation. I'm just saying this. Maybe it's a situation where they want to practice their goal line defense.
Now they're getting it now. Second down.
Otherwise, I don't know if I agree with it.
Back inside. Defense stands. He got 1 yard. Third down and goal. Tomiwa Durojaye called his name quite a bit. 4th school in 4 years.
What do you think about them bringing it back in, though, Paul? You have an opinion, or you just that's what they want to do? Work on their defense?
I mean, to me, it's a big surprise.
Yeah, it is.
Those guys were over there cooling down.
38-0.
Got your top tackler from last year back out there, number 7, Matthew Bailey. Your All-American, Gabe Akis. Well, the shutout clearly means a lot to Aaron Henry and Brett Bielema. 3rd and goal. Holman. There's Akis. Unblocked off the side.
Inside. Oh my gosh. Akis so fast. And a good tackle right there.
Well, he's just been a wrecking machine in the backfield tonight. Now that's why they brought him back in. The final seconds going to tick off the 3rd quarter.
That was Malachi Hood making the tackle.
So Western Illinois thought they had their first touchdown on a touchdown grab.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Then they thought they had first and goal from the 1. Now they'll have 4th and goal when we come back. Gabe Akis continues his big night. We head to the 4th. Illinois leading Western Illinois 38-0. Western Illinois failed to score through 3 quarters. We start the 4th. They're down 38, but an excellent chance here. 4th and goal from just inside the 3, Phil. Runner pass. What's your call?
Oh, it's going to be a pass. I mean, I would be very surprised because I think Illinois' defense is going to come. They'll probably line up and really just try to storm it.
Whoa, field goal.
Oh, he's going to take this. Yep. He's going to get rid of that. Since they brought him in, Paul,
yeah,
they're kicking this field goal to make sure there's no shutout. So this is, yeah, a little gamesmanship. I like it.
Antonio Chana. Boy, this is a chip shot, 20 yards out. And there goes the shutout. Okay, you're going to bring your starters back in to keep us off the board. We're going to take the layup.
I got to tell you, I've got a big smile on my face laughing, but yeah, I like it. I like the move a lot. Let's look at Luke Altmyer tonight. What has he done? And I'll tell you what he's done. He's played really well. 16 of 21, 3 touchdowns. Look, progression, little feint, a little pump fake, gets the receiver down the field. Beatty wide open for the touchdown. And then just a high throw to the back of the end zone to your tallest receiver for the touchdown. So Altmyer's been very sharp, moved around, thrown well on the run. And he physically, Paul, he looks like a different quarterback from last year.
Yeah, he told us he put on 15 pounds, and his offensive coordinator said you can see that in the pop in his ball.
Yeah.
And that last strike to the back of the end zone, that was an NFL-type throw.
No doubt, no doubt. But yeah, on the field, when I was watching him and kind of studying him before we came down here, I went, man, he looks small out there, but seeing him in person, meeting him in person, I see he's a lot bigger than I thought, and that 15 pounds really shows up.
He's only been in for one drive in the second half. They scored on that long punt return touchdown. And yeah, he's coming back in. 16 out of 21, 210, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Man.
What quarterback doesn't like to pad his stats in a game like this?
Oh, baby. I mean, he's got great stats now.
For more on how he prepped this week, here's Zora.
Well, part of Luke's game prep always includes watching one of the Rocky movies. He told me the series fires up his competitive spirit. Now, since it's week 1, the first Rocky, the origin story, is what he watched. He said it fits well with the start of the season. He doesn't want to focus on last year's success. He wants to stay humble.
Zora, he told us that during our meeting with him. I thought he was going to say he watches it maybe once or twice a season. He watches it every week. Picks out a Rocky to check out. All right, Caden Fagan redirects, gets the drive started in a good way, picks it up 6.
Paul, but he also said Rocky 1 is more normal. He was a normal guy and whatever, and built himself into this to be a boxing champion. That's what I like. I would have picked 1 too. I love Rocky 1.
Can you bring it within yourself to like anything about Philadelphia after the Giant-Eagle rivalry, though? I mean, come on.
It's over. It's over. It's all good. It was the roughest and toughest place to play football was in Philadelphia.
Happy that part of it's over, I'm sure. Nice hole for Fagan off the right side, and he's not done. He gets both carries to start this drive, picks up 17.
Yeah, we've talked about it, the running back situation. Do you feel good about it? I do. What do you think, what you've watched tonight? Because we talked about it a little in all of our meetings.
I like the range of the running backs they have. And we've seen Fagan right here recently, the big back. He'll hammer it at you. Khalil Valentine has the quicks. Aiden Lawfrey, kind of that Chase Brown kind of back they had here, was now starting for the Bengals.
Right. I mean, Fagan, 6'3", 255.
It's a lot of running back coming at you.
It's a defensive end.
And that's Bowick again, hit right away. Got a couple of touchdowns tonight, 7 right there. Ball State last year. And in line to be one of these wide receivers to get a lot of passes thrown his way this fall.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that. Where the receivers line up determines a lot what they think about them. So to the right, it's play actions, whatever, if you're the wide receiver to the tight end. To the backside where there's nobody there, now you got more time, deeper routes, trying to get deep because they view you as the fastest receiver to get deep. Boy, one-on-one all by himself up there at the top of the...
Probably would have liked to check. Gives to Fagan once again, who's been the feature on this drive. And gets another handful. They're just chipping away now with the running game. And there's an injured Illinois player on the 40.
Officials timeout for an offensive injury.
Looks to be Brandon Henderson, the guard. Back to Champaign after this.
John Fanta checking in with the game break. Remember when Army went into Yankee Stadium unbeaten last year against Notre Dame on NBC? Not this year. Expect the unexpected. Tarleton State. We have our first FCS over FBS upset. The Texans provide chaos.
Tarleton State with the victory there over Army. The FCS struggling here tonight against Illinois, but not the same there against Army.
Yeah, Army had that great year last year.
Okay, Khalil Valentine, the tailback now. Fagan has been the featured back. He checked out. Valentine, look at him burst through that hole. Still on his feet. You can see why his offensive coordinator told us yesterday he is uber talented. 17 that time.
You said it right. He bursted through the hole. And he makes it look so easy. Watch him just go across. As soon as he sees that first gap, man, shoots through it before the defense. And good blocking. The two defensive players could not get off their blocks to make the tackle.
You got the top two running backs, Phil, from right here in Illinois, less than an hour away. Valentine from all the way in Arizona picked Illinois over Oregon and Utah. Right back to him. Why not? Hit low and high, stopped at the 20-yard line. Picks up only one. Oh, a big discrepancy on the ground. No surprise, Phil. Illinois, big numbers. Western Illinois, not much. The kind of advantage they have with that offensive line, that's really exactly what you expect to see.
Yeah, the competition, the good running backs, the offensive line, we've said it all. Yeah, I would have been very surprised if he didn't have a good night running the football.
Valentine checks out. Fagan back in. What? He had a hard time hanging on to that ball. Backs his way inside the 20. Starting to wonder if we're going to see Altmyer throw another pass tonight.
Well, this looks like one of those drives where let's really work on our running game, get the offensive line to fire out. Because, you know, next week, different level of competition they're going to see.
And that'll be a real test for Brett Bielema. Barry Lunny down there in Durham taking on Duke.
I think so, too.
See if they can get the starting offense one more touchdown drive here. 3rd down and 6. That's going to be a free play. Wanted his tight end, Cole Rusk, who happens to be his roommate as well.
Offside. Defense, number 86. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Couldn't cash in on the free play, but they're 5 yards closer now. Let's see if they can lean back on that ground game, which is what they've been doing here on this drive. Luke Altmyer right now, 3rd-year starter at quarterback for Illinois. 17 out of 22. 216, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Landon Fox, defensive coordinator for Western. First season doing that here. Illini right now 3 out of 7 converting 3rd down.
Well, if they want to throw it, they got a severe one-on-one top of the string.
Big time advantage there, but they go to Fagan inside. And Pyle drives his way for another first. It will be 1st and goal. Illinois scored the first 5 times they touched the ball tonight. Good combination of run and pass. They're looking for the next go-to wide receiver, and so far tonight it's been Hank Beatty. 5 catches for over 100 yards, and he also has a long punt return for a touchdown.
Well, you know, now look at it. You know, LZ, just Bowick, just because they didn't get the opportunities, the ball just, you know how it goes. Some nights the ball just goes to a certain receiver because of play calls and, of course, because of their talent also.
7 rushes on this drive. Fagan stood up there at the 7-yard line. Clock continues to tick. Time-consuming drive here for Illinois. That time they get 2. Might have an injured Leatherneck there on the 5-yard line. We'll talk about what Illinois has next, Phil. Western Illinois continues their Big Ten challenge to start the season. They'll be in Evanston to take on Northwestern. Okay, so Illinois goes to Duke next week, Western Michigan after that. How about the matchup with Indiana?
Oh, I hope to be there. Politicking right now for it.
That's going to be a heck of a game. Fagan cuts it back. Oh, boy. Oh, did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Caden Fagan.
That was, to me, that might have been his best run of the night. Just how he worked the hole. It was tight. He just found a way to find that little crack in the defense where he could get in. Really good run.
Second and third effort coming through here.
Yeah, now let's see if he good read. There's a good blocking. Missed tackle. Oh, another one. I think he got in from what I saw on that play.
That last spin, the power spin right there was really nice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, looks like a touchdown.
You know they're taking a look at it right now. I think they gave it to him. Touchdown. Well done, Caden Fagan. Well, maybe they need to see it again.
Timeout, Western Illinois. Their first charge timeout in the second half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Oh, let's see, 5. Did they have enough people, enough men on the field?
Joe Davis upset about something.
Yeah,
there.
he was.
Been a long night for the Leathernecks.
Well, it hadn't been a short night for us. Hey, I'm just telling everybody out there, and you came down here last week or whatever and did some work and all that.
Yeah.
And you said, you know, Phil, don't worry, the booth is not that high. And I walk into the stadium and I'm like, oh my gosh, looks like if somebody weighs 350 down there, he looks like he weighs 120 from up here. It's
when you went down to the vet to play Reggie White, it would have felt better if someone said, Reggie White's not that big. He's not that good. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I never knew anybody said he's not that good.
Yeah, little ways up here.
But it's good. No, it's good. I'm learning a lot up here. Can't wait for the next game.
We wanted to test you.
Yeah, you did. You tested me.
45-3, Illini.
We've got a game break. Let's go to Boulder. Georgia Tech has responded, and they've taken a lead. Haynes King is a dual threat quarterback. He scores. Yellow Jackets up 7, heading into the fourth.
Hey, John, thank you. Phil, have you seen Haynes King play?
Oh, yeah. I watched him probably 3 or 4, heck, maybe more last year.
Yeah.
To say he's tough is the biggest understatement ever. I mean, he is tough. He is a ball player. Playing quarterback, you know, he doesn't throw it that well because they run the ball.
Right. Run it led by him a lot. Okay,
You know,
Western will begin on the 25-yard line. 8:27 left here in Champaign, Illinois, in control. From the crew that brought you The Office comes a new comedy of underdogs with major issues. Stream The Paper September 4th, only on Peacock. Western Illinois back on offense. The first down line is brought with Dick Butkus there. One of the all-time greats. Got it done right here in Champaign. And the first down line is brought to you by T-Mobile. They got a field goal in their last drive. That's not the way to start this drive. Incompletion brings up second down 10. And they continue to go with Chris Irvin. 2 years ago, the starter at Ventura College, just north of Los Angeles. Second year on campus with Western. And his first year as the starting quarterback.
yeah, it was a battle, I guess, the year before this one, where it was close. He lost the job, but he hung in there, and he goes through spring football practice fighting for the job with other quarterbacks, and finally they designate him just because knows the offense well, very accurate throwing, hard to judge him tonight with the pressure he's been under.
Play action. And that's behind his intended receiver. Brings up third down and 10. Wanted Eric Johnson. From Illinois to Northwestern is the route they'll make. He almost beat out Nathan Lamb last year. They kept the competition alive going into fall camp.
Right.
Lamb went on to be in the top 10 of the nation in total offense. He's actually on the staff right now as a defensive GA, so they get to communicate quite a bit and help each other out just like they did last year. Need some help here on third down and 10. Illinois brings 5. Sideline shot. And a late flag comes in. A backup corner, Tyson Rooks, maybe a little too handsy there with the coverage.
Pass interference. Defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
No, I don't think that was 7, Matthew Bailey. But he gets the call. Interesting that he's still in the game, the top tackler from a year ago.
The penalty is at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So Joe Davis continues this project that is getting Western Illinois back to being one of the respectable, and then the way he sees it, highly competitive FCS programs. In the FCS, they had that going mid-90s, early 2000s, falling on hard times and trying to make it back to that stature. They won 4 games last year. In trouble in the backfield is Irvin. Never had a chance there. Loss of 6.
That was like the offensive line thought it was a different play and just decided not to block anybody. And I'm sure Chris Irvin's going, are you kidding me?
How about a defensive end named Gentle Hunt? That's who got the play done there. 4 years at Florida A&M. Second year here at Illinois. Western came out wanting to operate with pace, and slowing it down a bit, taking the time off the clock.
Yeah, they're being smart.
And another flag.
Was it a delay?
Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Well, they want to slow it down, but let's snap it before the clock runs out. Oh.
It can happen at this point of the game.
Yeah, you know, I want to go back to the head coach, Joe Davis, just for a second. When he was at Fordham, they had a quarterback there, and the numbers they put up were astronomical. And I just go, wow, is this quarterback that good? What is it? They throw it every down. And I watched it, and it was mostly the coach doing the work.
Irvin, another sideline shot. Almost a connection. Ball knocked away at the last moment. Play made by Tanner Heckel. So I mentioned the 4 wins that he led into last year. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's major progress considering that right there. The previous 5 seasons, they had 4 total wins. W's are going to be tough to start this year. Go from here to Northwestern before they really get going with the FCS.
Yeah, when they get in the FCS, I think they're going to be fine. I think they'll go over the 4 wins.
Certainly the expectation they have. Right up the middle. Princeton Williams did not get enough for a first.
You know, you got to judge into who you're going to play when you get into that. And their defense had some moments in the game, believe it or not, where they just got some good athletes who can run, tackle, and when they get playing competition just like them, they're going to have a good year. I really believe that.
Teaching moments here. Character building kind of night. They'll punt it back to Illinois, and Hank Beatty is back. 69-yard return earlier in this half. Fair catch this time. Illinois offense back on the field. 6:22 left in this one. Up by 42. Luke Altmaier's evening appears to be done. 17 out of 22, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Good work for Brett Bielema in his 24th career start. So now in at quarterback is Ethan Hampton. If the name sounds familiar, he was a part of one of the major storylines in the early going last year. He was the starting quarterback for Northern Illinois when they did this, went to South Bend. That was the biggest play of the game right there. Touchdown pass from Hampton. And then he kept it on 4th and 2. Just got that first down. And that set up the field goal. And Northern Illinois goes to South Bend and comes out with the huge upset of Notre Dame. Biggest moment of his career at Northern, and now is the backup for Illinois. Hands off to Lawfrey, and that's how to get it started. Picks up a first down. But Ethan Hampton, 6'3", 230 senior from right here in the state of Illinois. He played against Western last year, Phil. You know what he did?
I'm listening.
5 touchdown passes and only 2 incompletions.
Oh my gosh.
He likes who he looks out to see. There you go.
Yeah.
18 out of 20, over 300, 5 TDs and 0 picks.
Oh my gosh. Just what little bit I saw him tossing football around in practice yesterday. He's a big kid. Looks like he throws it pretty well.
He gives to Lawfrey. He might go.
Oh, he's gone.
Aiden Lawfrey will have his 2nd touchdown of the night. $57-yard touchdown, and the lead is now 48.
Well, I would think they feel good about this running game, even though it is against Western Illinois. But the offensive line, some backups in there, doesn't matter. And once again, this man, he can let it go.
Untouched. Doesn't happen very often.
No, that'd be the easiest touchdown he scores all year for sure.
2nd long TD run for Lawfrey. And the lead is pushed to 49 points. Aiden Lawfrey, one of many Fighting Illini players, having a big night as they open the season. Aiden Lawfrey did pretty well at the end of last year. The last 2 games averaged 8.5 yards per carry, but look at what he's doing tonight. Over 10 yards per carry. Just had a long touchdown run, his 2nd of the night. And a reason to smile over there on the sideline for number 21.
Oh, he's smiling. He should.
Thinking about the ground game, Illinois 6.5 yards per carry, Phil, and Western less than a yard per tote. Leathernecks once again will start from their own 25-yard line. Let's back it up to the mid-70s, shall we?
Oh, jeez.
Look at young Phil Simms there at Morehead State.
Oh,
hair coming out the back.
yeah.
Not just a picture, though. You got video. Let's see what he's got. Okay. You gonna run it?
It was good. I was bigger than just about everybody.
That's a late hit.
Oh, it was brutal. Yeah, but no, let's see. This is Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Nice job.
We tied them that day.
I recognize that motion.
I got to tell you, no, that was different. I never had this motion ever when I went in the NFL, because you just slowly, come on, you're a quarterback. You change, you just keep working on your motion until one day you go, I like it the way it feels this way.
You tweaked it, but that was still very Phil Simms-like. Okay, quarterback change here for Western Illinois. Tanner Zolnowski, redshirt freshman from the Twin Cities area, in for the first time tonight. Played very little last year. 2 out of 3 with 1 touchdown. And he's been waiting patiently over there on the sideline. His first play is a run.
I can't get over what y'all just showed, the throws. I'm just saying, it looked like it was back in like the 1950s, didn't it? It was unbelievable. The field was awful.
I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Passing was pretty good, though. Hands off that time, up to the 33. Instead of 5 minutes now, picks up 4. Hey, how cool is this? Their stadium in October on a Saturday will be renamed Phil Simms Stadium. My only question is, how did it take this long?
Oh, it's okay. I'm honored, of course.
Very cool.
Listen, playing sports down there in the football career I had there, it's nothing but, all I can say is it was really rough. We were not good. We didn't win games. Man, it was every fall.
But the Giants took you in the first round.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
Zolnowski keeps it for the 2nd time. A little bit shy of a first down.
But to change the subject, Morehead State, I'm expecting them to have a really good team this year. For real.
Yeah?
New coach down there, 2nd year. Boy, he knows what he's doing. And he knows how to run an offense, too.
Well, they're going to punt it away here on 4th and less than a yard. Love your story about when you were done at Morehead State when Bill Walsh came to work you out. Same draft class as Joe Montana.
Yeah, that's right.
And they thought about taking Big Phil.
Yeah, maybe they would have. But working out for Bill Walsh was hilarious. It was so cool. We talked about it. We played him so much as a pro. He had always talked to me when the game was over for a few seconds.
Hank Beatty has one touchdown return tonight. Might he have two? Couldn't slip that tackle. Sets Illinois up on the 35. Game break. Let's go back to the studio.
Well, Paul and Phil, just when Baylor got within a score, Rayshon Pleasant, better than Pleasant. How about 97 yards and Hugh Freeze's Tigers on the road in week 1, up 2 scores. Back to Champaign.
Boy, what a huge win that would be for the Tigers. Special teams showing up there. We had a special teams touchdown tonight from Hank Beatty on a punt return. Almost had another one there. Okay, who we got coming into quarterback once again? Second drive for Ethan Hampton after 4 years at Northern Illinois. Valentine, the tailback, he has been impressive tonight. Quick feet through the hole and then wrapped up. And Illinois going to ride this ground game to the end of this one, picks up 2.
Pretty smart by Illinois to go out and get a backup quarterback. And somebody who's played a lot of football, been successful.
Barry Lunney, offensive coordinator, played a lot of football. Played at Arkansas, left Arkansas as the all-time leading passer. I was complimenting him on that at practice last week. He said, Paul, I wasn't any good. They just never brought in anybody who was any better. I don't believe that. You
I don't
he's
either.
the all-time leader.
That's a great, that's just his let's get out of this conversation piece.
You recognize it because you've got a few of those yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Valentine wrapped up in the backfield.
Well, I don't think they have much choice. They got to keep somebody in there to run the football.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
All right, 2-minute timeout here in Champaign. We will step away as well. The end of this one, thankfully for Joe Davis, is just around the corner. Congratulations all around for Hank Beatty. How about you break a record held by Red Grange? 133 punt return yards, highlighted by a 69-yard return for a score. Nice start to his season.
Red Grange. Wow.
Yeah,
That is literally something you'll tell your grandkids.
Sure hope so. Valentine wrapped up in the backfield. Bring up 4th and long, no gain. You talked about Ethan Hampton. Wise to bring in a backup quarterback like him. Really serving 2 purposes. Number 1, to work with Luke Altmaier as a veteran who started himself. He can help him in the film room and all week. And you also know he's got 2 years of eligibility left. So if this works, if the offense takes with him, he could be your guy next year.
So just next year, or does he have 2 years after this year?
2 years including this year.
This year, okay. Well, yeah, if he shows them what they want to see, then I would. Oh, man,
that was nice.
Yeah.
A little 4th down completion between the hashes for 14.
He's not coming in the game to hand it off. He wants to rock a few of these. That was a really good throw. Looks right, comes back to the left side. Compact motion right on target.
That was Mario Sanders, the second, his first catch. Ethan graduated from Northern Illinois back in the winter in graduate school here in Illinois. Supporting Luke Altmaier and waiting for his chance to run this offense.
Yep. All right, here we go. Yes. Take the knee and the game is over.
The victory formation will have to do it one time, and that's it. Brett Bielema's squad never threatened tonight. Scored the first 5 times they had the ball. Good mix of the run and the pass. Big plays from the defense. And Brett Bielema's 5th season here at the University of Illinois gets started with a 49-point win. And Joe Davis is going to have to put the pieces back together because they got the Big Ten again next weekend on the road. Playing at Northwestern. Luke Altmaier was solid, 17 out of 22 for 3 touchdowns. And not the night Chris Irvin won.
I would think Illinois, they got everything they wanted to see tonight. Might not have been perfect in their eyes, but the running backs, the wide receivers, the quarterback.
Zora Stevenson on the field with the winning head coach, Brett Bielema.
Coach, first win in the books. How'd this set the tone for the season ahead?
You know, I like the way we came out. I thought we came out in the first half.